The winds are whipping, the temperatures brutal, and that's not to mention the snow. Today on Delmarva Life, we're talking weather, from how much of the white stuff you can expect to when these bitter temperatures are finally going to climb.
It's been a debate for years, men versus women. Unfortunately, ladies, we are not all created equal, especially when it comes to our eyes. We find out which conditions and prescriptions make us more prone to eye disease.
Well, this woman broke records and became a trendsetter for a sport typically known as a man's sport. Today we talk with snowboarder Gretchen Bleiler about her near career-ending injuries, how she made her comeback, and get her must-watch people of the upcoming Winter Games.
Another must-watch for many of us is the big matchup this Sunday. We have 3 game day ideas sure to please fans of all ages.
The Wallops Flight Facility and the Delmarva Discovery Center are partnering to bring you an amazing exhibit, and we'll give you a preview of it days before it's set to open.
And from a new exhibit to becoming a new member of the team, coming up, we hear from NCIS newbie Emily Wickersham about how she's fitting in with the cast of the hit drama and what they have to say about her. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Life from historic Studio D.
And we'd like to welcome our studio audience. Hello.
Great to have you guys in here with us.
Yeah, absolutely. And welcome to the warmth of indoors.
Inside is nice on a day like this.
We are back into those sub-freezing temperaters. We had a day of warm.
Hope you
relatively
remember it.
warm.
We're going to have another one eventually. We are going to stay in these sub-freezing temperatures for a little bit. The WBOC Storm Tracker weather team is staying on top of it for us. And you brought up this picture that I absolutely love.
Yeah, we had the snow last week, and we're expecting a little snow tonight. Victoria of Salisbury loves to make snow angels, and do you remember doing this? Because I do. Doesn't that look like fun? Not sure if we're going to get enough snow to make snow angels like Victoria is, but
she looks like she's having fun.
Let's find out. Let's check in with WBOC Chief Meteorologist Dan Satterfield in the Storm Tracker Weather Center for the latest.
Well, Jimmy and Lisa, here we go again. Yes, we are forecasting snow, and I can tell you right off the top here, the farther south and east you live, the more snow you're going to see. I'm going to start with the snowfall totals off of the latest computer model. This model, by the way, is one we tend to trust in the weather office. And yes, it is showing as much as 6 inches of snow on Delmarva. Before we completely panic, I want you to know that we're going to be a bit more conservative than that. I'm going to show you some snowfall totals here. We don't think it'll be quite that much, but it could be more than what you're seeing here because, again, we're being conservative. Wicomico County, 2 to 4 inches. Worcester County, 2 to 5. Somerset, 2.5 to 5. But southern Worcester could get close to 6. And the same thing in southern Somerset County. The biggest snow totals are very likely going to come in from Accomack. I'll say 5 to 8, but more than that in some spots would not surprise me. Now, we're already seeing snow on radar. However, that snow is not reaching the surface. It's evaporating aloft. It is cold out there, though. 18 to 16. Salisbury's at 20. Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated through the night.
Thanks, Dan. And if you want to find out more about the weather, you can find out right at your fingertips. Download the new WBOC 16 weather app on your Android or Apple digital device. The WBOC Storm Tracker weather team puts weathercasts on the app so you can know what to expect with the weather 24/7.
And don't forget, you can also follow the WBOC weather team on Facebook. Well, this brutal cold not only stresses you, the single and barely double digits, can also stress the electrical system, causing your power to go out.
Oh, I hate that. Delaware Electric Cooperative's Jeremy Tucker has more on what you can do to be prepared.
You probably think of snow and wind as the main culprits behind winter outages, but cold temperatures can also knock out power.
When temperatures are in the single digits, a lot of extra stress is placed on our power lines and our electrical equipment.
That stress can cause electrical equipment to malfunction, and with temperatures expected to dip into the single digits this week, you need to be prepared.
Have an emergency plan. And part of that emergency plan would certainly include an emergency kit.
Everyone should prepare an emergency kit. Include a 3-day supply of water, non-perishable food, a battery-powered weather radio, plenty of batteries, and lots of warm clothes and blankets. You should also never use a generator inside your home or garage. Carbon monoxide fumes can be deadly. And if your power does go out during really cold weather,
Unplug the appliances in your home and turn your heater off. When we re-energize our lines, the less energy your home is using, the more likely it is that the lights will stay on.
simple steps you and your family can take to be prepared for whatever Mother Nature throws our way.
And during a storm or bitterly cold weather, you can monitor live outage maps.
Now, if you'd like a link to the co-op's website, all you have to do is go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab. Now, this is just a good thing to do. If you've got any lights or appliances on in the house right now that you're not using, go ahead and turn those off just to ease the stress on the power grid. Utility companies are also asking you, turn down your thermostat even further than you usually do between now and 9 o'clock tonight, just to try to make things run a little bit smoother.
Yeah, everyone's trying to stay warm.
Oh.
Well, if you are out in the Ocean Pines area Sunday, if you are out Sunday and you see the fire department conducting a water rescue, don't panic. It's a training drill for ice rescues. All Worcester fire departments are invited to join, and in the announcement, the Ocean Pines Volunteer Fire Department assured everyone, quote, they will have a classroom portion first prior to a live scenario that afternoon. And yes, they do plan to finish before the Super Bowl. Very important.
You got to take
part
care of the
there.
important stuff first. We're going to be able to save people, but we'll be done before the Super Bowl. Okay, just want to let you know. Also want to say welcome home to the soldiers from the oldest unit in the Delaware National Guard. This picture is from the departure ceremony for the 198th Expeditionary Signal Battalion last spring. 70 members landed at the Newcastle Air National Guard base early this afternoon. Some bused to Georgetown to rejoin their families less than an hour ago. So that makes about half of the battalion that is home now. The other half will be returning from Afghanistan in February. So great to have you home.
Welcome home. Well, have you ever heard of Little Free Libraries? I know you have. You were actually telling me about this.
This is the neatest thing. You've probably heard of it. It's a program started in Wisconsin by a guy as a tribute to his mother. She was a reading teacher. She has a love for reading. Now, see, if you look closely there, you'll see the books inside there. Now, on the website for Little Free Library, they've got this great video explaining how it works.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to have a library in your front yard? Well, this is the coolest thing ever. It's the Little Free Library.
Now, what Addison's explaining, she goes on to explain through this video that what you do is you set up this box in your front yard. It's a weatherproof box. You put some books in there, and then people can come and take a book, and they can leave a book. So the books always change in the Little Free Library. The point of all this is the Graysonville Elementary in Queen Anne's County is now working on opening one up at Fisher Manor. Okay, so you can be a part of this. The goal to create over 2,500 of these Little Free Libraries nationwide was met 3.5 years ago. They think as of January, this month, they've got 10,000 of them all over the country.
Wow. And as we learned yesterday, people are still reading books.
That's right.
Not all ebooks.
That's right.
So, well, you know, if you watch the show, you know we love baby animals, especially like the pandas at the National Zoo. We've been keeping you up to date with them. Well, now they have some new babies. Take a look. The zoo celebrated the arrival of its first litter of African lion cubs in 4 years. Now, I know it's hard to see, but in the corner, you can see the mother laying down and the three little cubs. Friday, 10-year-old Nababai gave birth to 3 cubs, 2 surviving in an 8-hour period. Now, I'm probably saying her name wrong. Nababai and her 2 cubs have been under close observation throughout the weekend by the zoo's animal care team. They appear to be nursing, moving, and vocalizing well, so keepers have not needed to intervene. That's a good sign.
So it's a very good thing.
Yeah,
very cool.
Baby lions.
Now, just in case all that cuteness was a little bit too much for you, I found this story for you out of Germany.
Okay.
Where police say flatulent cows started a fire at a dairy farm.
What?
Not kidding you. Methane gas from 90 flatulent cows exploded in a farm shed Monday, damaging the roof, according to police. High levels of the gas had built up in the structure in the central German town of Rasdorf. Then, they say a static electric charge caused the gas to explode with flashes of flames, according to the police force in a statement.
I think you just left our audience in shock. They're all just sitting there going,
I just love the story. That was a great story.
It can happen.
So have you ever wondered why, now we're talking about animals here, have you ever really wondered why did the chicken cross the road?
Okay.
Here
Why?
it is. Because in southwest China, their truck turned over.
Oh, no.
About 3,000 of them made a run for freedom. They Police did manage to get, can you imagine trying to herd those guys? Police managed to get about 900 of them, put them back into the cages. Good news, police say there were no casualties reported. Now, it's very clear that we explain, in America there's another reason for the chicken crossing the road. If you look carefully there, it's because he's got warrants.
Very cute.
I can't remember where I found that picture, but I just absolutely love that
Oh
thing.
my goodness. Well, on a more serious note, of course, the State of the Union is tonight. The president, 2 survivors of the Boston Marathon bombing will be sitting with First Lady Michelle Obama at the State of the Union tonight. Here is the picture of the president in the Oval Office last week working on it with his head speechwriter. White House .gov is steering people towards this year's enhanced viewing experience online. How about that? The White House is also pegging a follow-up National Google Plus Hangout by the president to...
yeah, right. The Google Hangout is
okay.
January 31st. It is amazing how much they're bringing in the online experience.
Right.
Through Twitter and all kinds of things. They have really patched into social media when it comes to the State of the Union address.
Right.
And it's amazing how they're doing that. Now, when we're talking about big things that are going on, don't forget that you can catch the Super Bowl, Fox 21. Did you know? Even the Simpsons got excited about it, enough to sing when they visited Fox Sports.
A beer cost 18 bucks.
Quit belly aching, Baldy.
We're bringing football back to its cold, exciting roots.
Oh, yeah, great. Even the hot cocoa's frozen.
Well, New Jersey officials are saying they are expecting about 400,000 people for the game. Pre-game begins at noon Sunday, followed by the game at 6 o'clock.
And you can see the Denver Broncos take on the Seattle Seahawks this Sunday, January 2nd, on our sister station, Fox 21. Well, still ahead on Delmarva Life, a regular eye exam is essential for healthy eyes, especially if you are a woman. We'll learn why women are more vulnerable to certain eye diseases than men.
Well, this woman knows all about eye problems. As a matter of fact, she broke her eye socket, among other injuries, all while doing what she loved most. We're going to speak with snowboarder Gretchen Bleiler on how she overcame her obstacles and her predictions for the upcoming Winter Games in Sochi.
And speaking of games, we're getting ready for the big one this weekend. We're in the kitchen making some finger food that will go perfectly with football.
Yeah, and a little bit later on, the Wallops Flight Facility has attracted a great deal of attention over the years with the rocket launches and contributions to space exploration. One museum on Delmarva will soon showcase all of that, and today we're going to get a preview of what the public will get to see. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.